Hey, what's up, boys and girls? Tim at Red Daddy Studios checking in with you again. This will be a short one. Not a lot going on. I've been basically killing myself around the house here the last few weekends and haven't been able to paint. Cooler weather as of today. It's nice. Down in the 60s at night, low 70s during the day this week. We'll see if it holds out. If it does, I'll be able to start shooting a lot of paint here real soon. So the humidity's just been a real problem. So I'm looking forward to getting back into the swing of things and getting out the airbrush and the spray gun and doing up a bunch of stuff. But anyway, I've got one finished project to show you here and a couple other things. So I just finished this figure last week, and this is a Jimmy Flintstone resin kit. This is Dr. Flintbone. I think this is probably Jimmy's alter ego. And in there close. He's kind of ugly, but he's kind of cool. So he's pretty funny. I made this little base for him. He's a little top heavy, like some of my other projects I run into. A lot of these resins just don't stand well on their own. So and anyway, there he is, and he's pretty much stock. I made the little plexi display base so he'd sit on, and I made the little sign that says the doctor is in. And I took some Plastruck sheet, some thick stuff, and used my Dremel to hack that up so it looks like wood. And I've done that on several projects, and it works good. And that, of course, that's a real stick that I just picked up off the road. That's pretty much the way he comes. So just he's real easy assembly. I think he looks different than Jimmy's, the ones that I've seen that's Jim's got on the website. I don't know, his it looks like he's actually wearing fur. I just kind of envisioned this guy like being on a Hawaiian island, walking out of the woods into the resort area, saying, anybody need cured? So I got him in a grass skirt with some leather trim and gave him a little darker tan. Made him look like a little more like an islander, with gray hair. He kind of reminds me of that old guy in that one Indiana Jones movie, the one with the stones, when they walk into the village where all the children have been taken, and the old dude that's there with the gray kind of stringy hair. That's what he reminds me of. Maybe not anybody else. So anyway, so he's just paint. I did him up with auto air and wicked colors, and he's mostly just left him in flat and sprayed him with flat clear, with Tamiya flat clear. And I glossed up his eyeballs and his tongue and his little thing on his head here. And I added one of those little serpent eyes to it. I got a whole box of those eyeballs. Those things are fun. I got those, they're called cabs. Is what they actually call them when you buy them. I got those I bought them all off of Amazon, and you can just buy an assortment of them. So I think they came from China, but I've got a ton of them. So they're all different ones, and they're fun. They just kind of adds to these projects. So anyway, I did that. So that's him, Dr. Flintbone. And I'm going to show you this next project that I'm going to be starting up here real soon. This is one of my next projects, and this is what it actually looks like. This is what it looks like now in a million pieces. But it's called Hey Mom, Look. And this is based on the do-it-yourself monster making book that came out back in the 60s, which would look like that. This here. And pretty much what it did is just showed you how to use found items from home, like ping pong balls and snow cone holders and things like that from around the house, and paper, to just make your own creepy mask. And it was super, super popular when this came out. I mean, kids ate this stuff up, and then they told you could use, you know, your mom's stuff around the house, like cold cream and stuff like that, to make stuff to color your face with. And, you know, this was during that period. This is actually the instruction sheet, which is really cool that they do this, like the old magazine. And it's got your blown up instruction sheet here. So this came from Escape Hatch Hobbies, and it's 3D printed. There's the mom. And I like that this is printed in this flesh color, because I'm actually going to tape all this off, and I'm going to leave her facial tones just the way they are, and then I'll go in with my Tamiya pastels and add color to her mouth and her lips and her eyes and cheeks and stuff like that, and highlight, and of course paint her hair. But I like that. I don't know if they did this on all of them, but anyway, mine came with this flesh color, and I like it because it's translucent enough that it, you know, it looks like real skin. So I'm going to tape all that off, and I'll airbrush her dress up. I think this is one of my favorite parts. Comes with this little miniature Big Frankie, which is awesome. The Big Frankie that kit was on my grail list for so long, and I could never afford it. I mean, even pieces and parts 20 years ago would bring hundreds of dollars on eBay. And when Mobius reissued that kit, I was in heaven. I bought several of them, and then they went on sale, and I bought more. So I gave some away. Yeah, they got tiny little 3D printed Wolfman, which is awesome. And then this is like the Revell Frankenstein. And the detail is just remarkable, you know, with these little things, because of the 3D printing just makes it that way. I think it's just so cool. And of course the kid's face, you know, and then all of there's your body parts, and it's got the dresser, and then a little table-y thing for him to stand on, and then of course the little sign. And then it even comes with a little copy of that magazine, so you can cut that out and put it in his hand, which is awesome. And there's the mom's dress. And, you know, the 3D printing is just great. I mean, the detail and stuff that you can get with this is just really phenomenal. So I'm really stoked. There's a shirt and stuff. So it's going to be a fun project. So I'm looking forward to doing that one. So I'm going to get started on that soon. I just put the display base together, and that's about as far as I've gotten, other than, you know, cleaning all the parts. You have to clean these parts with alcohol, so I use 91% alcohol to scrub all these parts up with, because you get it's not really greasy, but it's got a weird feel. And if you guys have been fiddling with the 3D print and stuff, you know, when it comes out, it's kind of got a strange feel to it. You know, it's almost like mold release, so you have to clean it. So I use alcohol and give it a nice alcohol bath, then scrub it with soapy water, warm soapy water, and, you know, then it just works. It's great. So that's where I'm heading on that. Of course, Halloween coming up this month, and we love Halloween. We decorate our house a lot, and a lot of it is my model work. So when that gets done in the next couple weeks, I will take you guys on a little household tour with some of my models. I put out a lot of monster stuff, and of course a lot of Frankensteins that I've built over the years, including the Big Frankie. He's usually in the foyer there with a bunch of other Frankenstein. I've got one whole table that I just filled full of Frankenstein stuff that I built and collected up, little wind-up figures and stuff. Frankenstein's hard to find. You hardly ever see any stuff in stores, you know, because I think, you know, the whole Universal Monsters things, they are so hard on copyright that I think everybody's afraid to knock that stuff off. So, you know, you see the little comical, you know, Dracula and stuff like that, but you never see Frankenstein stuff hardly. So I have about a 20-foot tall air-blown Frankenstein that my daughter got me 3 or 4 years ago that goes out in the yard. And I just bought yesterday, I bought a Frankenstein dog to go with it. So I found him at Home Depot. It was the last one they had, and I was looking at it, and I thought, you know, this is the last one. I think this is meant for me to have this. So I bought it. My wife's going to kill me. But anyway, so I usually, probably next weekend, I'll probably start decorating and get my yard stuff out there. So it's, we really enjoy. The other thing I found, when a couple of things we found when I was at Michael's. They had everything on sale. Found this cool jar of glow-in-the-dark skulls. And, you know, and they're not great skulls, but they really glow like hell. I mean, this whole jar, I have it sitting under this light all the time during the day, and you know, I turn this off, this whole thing just lights up. So it's just a fun jar. These would be fun to use on projects, and it was cheap. All this stuff was 50% off. And then I bought this thing. I saw this, and I just looked at it, and I thought, you know, that it needs a monster inside of it. So it's kind of hazy looking right now because it's got all that plastic coating stuff all over it just to keep it from getting scratched up. But, you know, you could do something with the base. Almost looks like flying saucer base with those legs. But I bought 2 of them. Then they were, you know, they're like 20 bucks, I think. What were they? Yeah, $19.99. So I got them for 10 bucks a piece, $9.99 a piece. So I grabbed 2 of them, and I'm gonna sculpt something out of Sculpey and put in there, because to me, this is just begging to have a creature inside of it, like some big eyes or suction cup hands like stuck up against the glass. I think that would be cool. So anyways, So that's what's going on. Yeah, so hopefully I'll get to do some paint work, and still working on my Mean Maverick. Had some issues with the primer. I'd done another coat of primer on it, and one whole side crackled, and that was last weekend when it was still fairly humid, so that pissed me off. So today I did manage to get out there for just a little bit, did some light sanding on it, took it right off, thank God. So I got another little light coat of primer on. I'm going to check that later tonight and see what it looks like. So I really want to get that in some base coat and start thinking up what I'm going to do on a paint job on that. And same with I've got the Funsters, the Chevelle. I've got that in primer. So hopefully here real soon, we'll start squirting some paint. I did another one of the hydroplanes. I'm working on this one for my buddy Joe Enyart, and he got it all fined out and everything, but I did the bottom of it anyway. So flaked it out in some candy Burple. It's got some fingerprints on it right now because I've been handling it, but put a bunch of flake in there with the Burple. And the top, I gotta do a little bit of sanding on the edges here and clean that up a little bit, and then I'm gonna shoot this in a green base coat and then put candy lime over top of it. So that's gonna be pretty bright green on the top. So anyway, so that's what's up. Dr. Flintbone. Yeah, here's all I finished this week. And so anyway, stay tuned. Have more stuff to come here. Honestly, at the end of the year, other than just spraying batches of stuff if I can, I don't do a lot of building at the holidays. So I really love the holidays. So I try to spend as much time as I can with my family. We do a lot for Halloween as far as decorating. We love kids and love to dress up and stuff. And then Thanksgiving, I start to get really busy at my office this time of year, which I've already been busy, which is unusual, but I start getting really, really busy because a lot of my people from up north start coming back in the end of October. So I'm pretty busy, so I'm pretty tired, so I don't always have a lot of energy at nights to work on things. But I've got some other fairly finished up projects that I could probably put a dent in and get those finished this fall anyway before the end of the year. And usually December I just don't build at all because same thing. We do a whole lot for Christmas. As you can see, I'm starting to grow my Santa beard this time of year. I play Santa every year for my kids and my grandkids, and I've always got this, but I'm letting the rest of it grow. And so in a couple months, over the next couple months, you guys will see me turn into Santa Claus. And love dressing up as Santa for Christmas for my kids. And so that's coming. But anyway, hope you guys are all building and staying busy. And I'll check in when I make some progress. I'll do another video. I'm not sure what's coming up, but I'll check in with you guys real soon. In the meantime, keep building. Thanks for tuning in, and I will see you again real soon. Thanks, guys.